You've likely heard of the stages of grief that follow a profound loss. But what we don't talk about nearly enough are the stages of grief that can follow a profound gain. The gain of retirement, the gain of freedom. It seems like a contradiction to grieve something you chose, something you worked for. And yet, so many of us do. We don't just leave a job, we leave a world, a structure, an identity, a daily purpose. And whenever we leave a world, even if we're walking towards something better, it is perfectly human and perfectly normal to look back and feel a sense of mourning for what is now behind us. This process isn't a straight line. It's a winding path with its own landscapes. And understanding where you are on that path can be the first step toward finding a gentle peace with it all. Let's walk through them together, not as a rigid checklist, but as a map of common emotional territory. Stage 1, the vacation. This is the initial phase, and it often begins even before your last day. It feels exactly as it sounds. A celebration, a deep exhale, a relief so tangible you can almost touch it. You sleep in. You have that long lunch. You take the trip you've been postponing for years. Your calendar is blissfully, wonderfully empty. This stage is fueled by the novelty of it all. It's the prize at the end of the marathon, and it is real, and it is deserved. During this time, if someone asks how retirement is, you probably smile and say, "It's like a permanent weekend," and you mean it. This stage is necessary. It's the body and mind finally unwinding decades of coiled up tension. It's the first essential chapter of rest. But like any vacation, it has a natural end. One day, you wake up and the sense of vacation has quietly evaporated. The lunch out feels just like lunch. The free day feels just free. This isn't a failure. It's simply the end of a season, and it's often the doorway to the next stage. Stage 2, loss. This is the stage that often catches us off guard, because we weren't prepared to feel loss in the middle of our gain. The vacation feeling recedes, and what can flood in is a complex mix of emotions. You might feel a deep sense of disorientation. The routines that quietly organized your life, the morning commute, the rhythm of meetings, the water cooler chats are gone. And without them, time can feel shapeless, like water slipping through your fingers. You might feel a sharp drop in your sense of relevance. The phone doesn't ring with questions. Your expertise is no longer in daily demand. There can be a loneliness, even if you're surrounded by family, because the particular camaraderie of colleagues, the people who understood the specific trials of your work, life has faded. This is where the grieving happens. You might grieve the title you held, the structured purpose, the social fabric of your workplace. You might even grieve the person you were in that context, the competent problem solver, the trusted advisor. It's crucial to understand that this grief is not a sign of weakness or ingratitude. It is a testament to how much that part of your life mattered. You are not mourning a job. You are mourning a chapter of your life, a version of yourself that was real and meaningful. To deny this grief is to deny the significance of those decades. Allow yourself to feel it. Name it. Say it out loud. I miss it. Parts of it were hard, but I miss my place in that world. This validation is the first step toward healing through it. Stage 3, trial and error. This stage begins with a quiet, tentative question that emerges from the fog of loss. The question is, what now? This is not a stage of grand, final answers. It is a stage of experiments, of small, curious steps. It is the maybe stage. Maybe I'll try a painting class. Maybe I'll volunteer at the library. Maybe I'll finally write those family stories down. Maybe I'll learn about gardening. Some of these experiments will feel flat. You might try something you thought you love and find it doesn't resonate at all. That's not failure. It's valuable data. It tells you something about who you are not, or who you are not anymore. Other experiments will spark a faint glimmer, a sense of interest or flow or quiet satisfaction you hadn't felt in a while. The movement from stage 2, loss, into stage 3, trial and error, is the most critical transition. It is the shift from looking backward with grief to looking forward with curiosity. How do you make that shift? It starts with the smallest possible action. When you are in the depths of loss, a grand plan is impossible. So don't make one. Instead, ask yourself one tiny question. What is one thing, no matter how small, that might be mildly interesting to me today? It could be, I will go to the hardware store and just browse the woodworking tools. Or, I will call an old friend I haven't spoken to in a year. Or, I will sit in the park for 20 minutes and just watch the birds. The goal is not achievement. The goal is to re-engage your sense of agency, your ability to act on the world, rather than just feel acted upon by your emotions. Each tiny experiment, successful or not, is a brick in a new path forward. It tells your brain, we are still here. We are still capable of choosing, of exploring. Stage 4, Reinvention. This final stage doesn't arrive with a fanfare. It is not a moment where you suddenly shout, Eureka! I am reinvented. It is a gradual settling, a slow integration. It happens as your series of trials and errors begins to reveal patterns. You notice that the activities that bring you a sense of peace often involve being outdoors, or that you feel most energized when you are teaching someone something, even informally, or that you feel a deep sense of contentment when your hands are making something. Reinvention is the process of weaving these discovered threads into a new tapestry of identity. It is building a new answer to the question, what do you do? This new answer isn't a single title. It's a richer, more nuanced description. I am a gardener, a grandfather, a student of history, and an occasional woodworker. I am a community volunteer, a friend, a traveler, and someone who is finally learning to play the piano. This stage is characterized by a hard-won sense of equilibrium. The grief of loss has been acknowledged and integrated. It is now a part of your story, not a wound that rules you. Your time has a new, self-directed rhythm. Your sense of worth is no longer tied to an external validation, but to an internal compass of what feels meaningful and true to you. You have not simply adjusted to retirement. You have evolved within it. You have taken the raw materials of your life experience, all the skills, wisdom, and even the losses, and you have used them to build a new, purposeful life architecture. It is quieter than your old life, perhaps, but it is often deeper, truer, and more authentically yours. So, which stage are you in? You may see yourself clearly in one, or you may find yourself drifting between two. You may revisit stages. That is all perfectly normal. If you are in the vacation stage, savor it. It is a gift. If you are in the loss stage, honor your grief. It is a sign of a life deeply lived. If you are in trial and error, be patient and endlessly curious with yourself. You are a scientist in the lab of your own life. If you are in reinvention, take a moment to acknowledge the strength of your journey. You have navigated a profound transition. Wherever you are, know that you are not lost. You are simply in a new territory. And by understanding the landscape of this particular journey, you can walk through it with a little more grace, a little more compassion for yourself, and the quiet confidence that a path forward is being made one small step at a time. If mapping these stages brought some clarity to your experience, you are not alone in this journey. I invite you to subscribe to The Modern Elder for more conversations that navigate these transitions with honesty. And if you feel comfortable, I would be deeply interested to hear in the comments which stage resonates most with you today, or what your experience has been in moving between them. Your story is a guidepost for others. Thank you for listening and for the courage it takes to reflect on your own path.